Hello. Hello, 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 hello. I hope you guys can hear me and you can see me. I am live. I'm streaming from Zoom. I feel like it's so much easier. And you guys can hear me because I like to use my mic, and I find when I don't use it, the sound kind of goes off. So it's a little bit lagged, but I'm here. I'm so excited. Originally, I was supposed to post the Leo full moon meditation, but this just resonated. I sat down, I meditated today, and I was like, you know what? I want to go live. I want to hang out with you guys. It's been a hot minute. And there's so much I want to share with you. So many great things. Yay, you guys can hear me. That's amazing. It's a little bit lagged. So be patient with me with the comments. But I'm so grateful you're here. I'm so grateful that we're live. I'm so grateful to hang out with you guys. What a great way to end the week on Friday, just relaxing. Today, I'm going to be going over the February 22nd, 2022 portal. It's a powerful one. I was just telling my clients the other day that there's so many energetic things happening. We had the 2nd of February, which was the Lunar New Year, and the new moon, and the February 2nd, 2022 portal. So we have 2 portals happening. It's still open right now, this portal that we have. Oh, thanks so much, Heather. So nice to see you. Laura, Julie, Kai, Laura, Earthy Sassy Electric. So nice to see you guys. Let me know where you're tuning from, how you're feeling today. Let me know. I have all the vibes. I have like my candle lit. I have all the elements. I have my flowers and my centerpiece. I have all my cards. We have some incense going on. You guys are in for a treat. We're in the vibes. We're hanging out. I love it. So we had that. Then we had the Venus retrograde. Then we had Mercury retrograde. Then we go into retrograde again soon. And then we go into the full moon in Leo, which I'm going to share with you guys some exciting news about that. And then we'll go into the February 2nd, 2022 portal, which is huge. It's powerful. Thank you so much. Yeah, I thought I would go with color. I've never done purple braids, and I was like, I'm loving this. It gives me mystic vibes. And then the vibes. So I did that. Atlanta. Hello, hello. But yeah, I've changed up my hair. So feeling good. Hello, Gabby. So nice to see you. Hope you're well, love. So I have a couple of things I want to share with you guys before we get into it. The first thing is, you know how I always used to do a live healing? Kind of missed that, and I really would love to do that again. So I want to invite you guys. I just put a link down below for you to register for the Leo full moon energy healing live on the 17th. I'm going to confirm with you guys the time. Give me a second. I have it here. Give me a second. Let me just confirm. So yeah, it's going to be on the 17th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm thinking, actually, now that I'm talking to you guys, let's change the time. Don't register yet. I'm changing the time. Don't register as we talk. I'm going to change the time. Let's do it to 5. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's do it at 17 to 18 o'clock. Let me just change that for you guys right now. So we're all on the same time. Okay. And let me just double check that it is adjusted, because I just noticed that a lot of you are in different time zones and you might not be able to make it. So we're doing 5 p.m. Eastern time. Thursday, February 17th is going to be a live energy healing with moi. And you guys, I can't wait. I'm so excited. So we're going to be doing a healing and really tapping into the Leo. I'm a Leo moon, for you guys who don't know. So this moon is a doozy. It's an interesting one, but it's not only Leos. I've been noticing with everyone. It's just the energy's been so deep. I'm reading your comments. I love how the purple's at the bottom. Yeah, it's so pretty. It's long. It's like all the way to my hips. I love it. It's so amazing. Maryland, love it. South Carolina, the house. Hello. So exciting. So yeah, that's kind of a bit about what I have for you guys. So that will be live. If you cannot make it, the recording will be available on YouTube. The reason why I put it as a registration that you can actually register online is because I kind of like the fact that I can see you face to face, and the Zoom kind of vibe that I have here, we can see each other and have this healing experience. So if you would like to be live face to face with me, that gives you an opportunity to register and to experience it and all that stuff. So what you'll need is like headphones, all that stuff, all the good things, headphones, quiet space, water, tissues, because we're going to cry together, love each other together, happy tears, sad tears, whatever. It's all welcome, no judgment. And yeah, and I'm really holding space for that. So if that is something that is interesting, you can just register down below. Link is down below for you loves. And then I also have the Leo full moon energy update. So for all you lovelies, if you want to go check that out, you can. So now that's done. Is there any other updates besides that I love you guys all the time? The other update that I have for you guys is that Rose Quartz is starting, as the Leo full moon is all about the heart. This portal is all about the heart. I'm going to go into it. I want to invite you to register for the Rose Quartz. It's a powerful full week starting the 14th to the 18th. Every single day you mentor with me, it's going to be very powerful transmissions. We're learning to master healing the heart. With this portal being open and the fact that we're doing it during this full moon energy is very powerful. There are payment plans available, and all those in Quartz Vortex 2.0, you guys get access to it. You don't need to purchase it. This is part of your program. For those who want to get access to every single program because there's a lot that I'm going to be launching every month for you guys, you can register for the Quartz Vortex 2.0. There's a sliding scale, so anyone has access to it. You, me, and your aunties can all have access to it. That's what I've been telling everyone. My intention is for you, me, and all the aunties to have access to this program. So it usually starts, I think the pricing is from 150 Canadian per month to 200 per month for the full year. And it's the years from the time you register. So if we did a program already, like Clear Quartz, you still get access to the new one in the new year. Don't worry about it. I got you. You're hanging out with me for a year. We're healing it all together for a year, and this awesome community for a year. So register down below. If you have any questions, you can DM me or DM the team. We'll help you out. Okay, let's get into the reason why you guys are all here, the portal. So February 22nd, 2022 is a portal of deep, deep medicine, deep essence, and so much that I shared. I wrote down, 6 downloads for you guys, 6 downloads. And through this video, I'm going to go over the meaning, the numerology angel number meaning of 2022, and it collectively. So I'm breaking it down fully for you guys. And when I did this and I tuned into it, it just made so much sense why we're having this huge portal and why we need to take advantage of this energy. Okay. So the first thing you need to know about this 2022 portal on February 22nd, 2022 is that taking action to balance our feminine and our masculine energy. So a lot of people, I've just seen this even in my own sessions, so many people noticing that their feminine, their masculine isn't aligned. So she could break that down for me even deeper. Feminine meaning, how are you trusting in flow of your dreams, your manifestations, and the new beginnings that you're calling into this portal between the 2nd of February and the 22nd of February. And if you want to go watch my video on the second portal, I have a card reading for you guys so you can see what this energy is all about. Feel free to go to that if you feel called to. So knowing when we can be in doing and when we can be in being. Okay. I had this conversation because I was doing a healing initiation with my maestro. For those who don't know, I do shamanic healing. That's my practice. And I noticed that a lot of us, we forget that we need to balance our spiritual essence and our human experience. So our spiritual essence is like our connection to source, our ability to trust our intuition, our ability to flow, to manifest, to tune into our gifts. And then we have the human, which is all about getting things done. Like, how are you getting things done right now to work towards your dreams? How are you allowing yourself to fully flow with your soul intuition to tap into that? When we have too much of one or the other, we're imbalanced. So during this February 22nd, 2022 portal, it's kind of like shaking us to see what is being imbalanced. And let's pull out a card, because it is a card reading after all. So let's pull out a card on balance and what we need to know for this February 22nd, 2022. And let me know, guys, in the comments, like what's resonating with you as we go through this. I love hanging out with y'all. It's awesome. So the card we got is new balance, new life, new life, new life, new life. So what is the new life that you are calling into your dreams and manifestations? We have 3, 9. 3 is the divine trust. 3 is the energy of trust and the representation of our guides. But then we also have the 9, which is the ending of us ending a cycle of not trusting our intuition. It was funny. I had this conversation with one of my clients today, and they were like, Shika, it's like I knew that, but now it really confirms. How many times do we need someone else to confirm that our dream is coming? How many times do we need someone else outside of our soul to confirm something? It's almost like for some of you at this time, whether it's trusting being in your feminine or being in your masculine, you're being called to just trust a little bit more. Trust in that space. And I love that you said that, Laura, that you feel like your energy is depleted, because honey, it is getting a little bit depleted. I think all of us are feeling depleted. I've been taking less space for people, like so much boundaries are huge. Okay. So how are we creating boundaries for us to allow us to create? Are we letting other people's voices, opinions, judgment dictate our ability to trust in our opinion, in our journey, in our manifestations, in our dreams? Or are we in the space of the masculine where we're actually not taking action for us to do those things and to receive it and to call them in, honey, because they're right there. So let's go into the 39, the energy of 39. Okay, ready? My book is like not wanting me to get to. Okay, we're here. Birth new ideas, growth opportunities to breathe fresh air and to renew the life. So we're working a lot with how can I birth new ideas in my current situation, balancing the amount of times that I'm taking action in my dreams, calling in my inner warrior. This is me speaking to you, download, inner warrior, for you to tap into your space and to trust in your divine creation. And your creation might be something that you already know. And for some of you, maybe during the portal between the 2nd and the 22nd, you're realizing what that creation will look like, what it is. But just know that you have to trust in that. And if you are feeling that there's an imbalance, really thinking about how much are you allowing the external energetics to affect your ability to tap into your balance of your human and your soul and your intuition and your ability to go into this. When spring awakens, right now we're in this season where the snow is starting to melt. It's funny, it was snowing right before I started, but it's been quite warm where I am. I'm in Canada. And it's just a really big reminder that as the snow starts to melt and we go into the spring season, the sun is coming out longer, the seasons are changing. We can learn a lot about nature and what's in our season. So during spring, what are we seeding into fruition? What are we seeding into action of new habits for our dreams? What are we seeding into our life for us to manifest what we truly want in our divine essence? So here it's all about blossom bursts in the trees overnight. Birds return home. I've been having so many birds coming to my tree. So it's like we're coming home to ourselves, to our dream, to what makes us happy. And this kind of taps into the Leo full moon as well, because we're working a lot with the heart. It's like, how can we tap into our heart and still know that regardless of what we've went through and our failure, that it's an initiation for the universe to test us if we really want what we want, right? So it's kind of like we're in this interesting phase. We're hibernating in a way of like creating and planning out with the masculine energy what we want to do and really going through with those actions. But then we're also being in trust and flow of seeding and birthing the new things with our divine feminine. So as far as prosperity, because this is a big energy coming up for the February 22nd, 2022 energy. It's all about, our ability to bring in more prosperity as well. And with that essence, you have every reason to be optimistic right now. As things seem to fall into place magically, the new opportunities remind you the abundance is available to you. Delight is bounty, and that begins to appear in the surprising forms. Stay curious and know that the hopes of your dreams will be fulfilled. It's a new life suddenly infuses with projects and work and creative ideas, with the kind of electricity, with crackles, with exciting potential and fortune of smiling to you. So it's like, how can we be more in joy, into laughter, into more happiness, that you are about to embark a new cycle, essentially. This is a start of a new cycle of our relationship of creating what we want in our new life. New life card, remember that, okay? So I hope that resonates with you guys. The second download I got for the February 22nd, 2022 is that this is a great sign to kind of come to look at ourselves and continue to focus on our self-talk. So there's a lot of hummingbird spirit animal around this time, and the hummingbird represents the magic of good luck, abundance, nectar, sweetness, abundance. How can we see that there's beauty in this journey, even when we're struggling, right? Even when we feel like we can't get there. And knowing that there's something that my maestro said that I want to share with you guys, because this is really connected to the February 22nd, 2022. Your soul was specifically built for your body, your human body, for this lifetime. It's like a perfect fit for your body. And the purpose of us balancing between the human experiences and then also the soul is that knowing that there's a lot of times where the soul doesn't feel safe, so it connects to the human experience and gets off track of why we're actually here. And this brings me to why I'm doing the full moon meditation healing live. And I'm going to be vulnerable with you guys, because I'm vulnerable. I don't know. Let's be vulnerable together. I've had a lot of people I know in my life in the past month connected to me, like someone that is close to me and someone, in their life that have passed away. And this week I was sitting with the essence of the heart and found out that another beautiful soul that, and this is a triggering warning, so if you want to mute at this point, you can't, just triggering warning for all those things. They committed suicide about a week ago from the Monday, and I found out through a friend. And it made me realize that life is so beautiful, but also that so many of us need community. And that's why I'm doing this one live. That's why on this current coming up February 17th, the live healing that I'm doing is in tribute for those who are struggling in mental health. So for those who are asking, Shika, how can I support the channel? Just donate to the crisis suicidal help line. I'm going to have that all information when you guys get the invite. But, and it's also going to be all that information there, as well as when I post the link for you loves. But again, it's just understanding that right now there's a new life that is creating. What is shedding from the 2nd to the 22nd is preparing you for the new life that you are receiving. And whether you are someone who has had death near you, whether it's someone you love or someone through someone you know, knowing that death is a reminder that our soul is here to experience something in such a time that time doesn't really exist. I hope you guys are okay with that. That's my neighbors upstairs. It's a little loud, so I'm sorry if it's loud. But yeah, I think that's something to really consider in this space is life is beautiful regardless if we're shedding today, and you are meant to be here. You are so appreciated. And if someone hasn't told you that today, I'm telling you that here, that there's this opportunity during the February 22nd, 2022 portal for us to open a new life, a new happiness, a new joy, a new prosperity. And prosperity, not only money, but what makes us happy in this life. What makes us happy to be here? And knowing that that time, there is no guaranteeing our soul continues in different forms. But this experience with this human life is a life that you will never experience the same. And why not allow yourself to dream beyond your whole essence of the human and just within the essence of the heart of the soul? And that's what it's calling us in, to not get swamped into our negative thought during the 22nd, during the second to the 22nd, so many twos. Really making sure that we are not able to feel that energy, that we're losing ourselves in the essence of the human. Okay, thank you, loves. I think it's a great reminder. It honestly is. And, the friend that passed away, I think was struggling and did as much as they could for the shadow of the collective. They were a healer as well. And they were so deep in their shadow that they weren't able to go further. And I feel them, I feel their energy, and I feel another friend of mine lost a really good friend this week. So it just really makes us understand that, life is here. You're here, you're living, you're in this space. And that really brings me to the two energy. Two is the essence of action in our life, action of what we want to bring, and knowing that every moment is an opportunity for us. You are fulfilling that tree of life within yourself in this lifetime. So a little sappy, but I wanted to share that. And let's pull out a card. I feel like Spirit's pretty strong. So let's pull out a card as far as continuing to look at ourselves and our self-talk. Let's see. Nope, my cards are. I'm just gonna go with it because 3 cards came out, and I'm gonna share this, and I feel like it's meant to be. Okay, guys. My dad has been sick, and my mom already gone. Breaks my heart. Life is so short. Again, it's a reminder. It's the gift that they're giving us in this lifetime, is that we are being reminded that life is so short, and it is so pure, and it is so beautiful. Even when we're struggling, we can allow ourselves to come to a space of love or ask for support for that space of love. And again, that's why for the full moon next week, all of the donations are going to the Crisis Suicide Foundation, because I think it's so important right now for people to be supported. The intention of this channel, whether this is your first time meeting me or you've been on this journey since I started, was for me to allow people to have access to healing, because I know what it feels like to be so in that dark space where it feels like our soul is lost and we don't know why our human is here. And what I'm trying to tell you is the beauty of this portal is that it gives us a remembering of our human. It gives us a remembering of taking action of the space, action of what we're meant to come into, coming back to our heart, coming back to gratitude, love, because all the time we have is it can never be replaced. Money can always be replaced. Yeah, it can always be replaced. But the true essence of the relationship with ourselves and what goes with that is so important. So I'm really, really grateful for that. Just seeing this now. Need this today. Yay. Yes. So many angel numbers coming in. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, it's a thick and foggy place to navigate through. Yeah. And I'm hoping that through this community, you can find that. So there's no place like home. And this card, what it's telling us, it's the 5-0. So it's really the energy of change. How can I come more home into myself, home in my surroundings, home into this space? And I want to read this one because it feels like the message here is specifically on relationships with yourself and relationships with those around you. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, here. Lovers, friends, companion animals are at home in your life right now. You are in sync and full of love, and you are to be secure in the knowledge that is reciprocated. Relationships elect a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and the best aspects of familiarity now. Be home in your relationships. Together, you add the love of this world. So, knowing how can I be more at home in my relationships during this time? How can I be more at home in the essence of myself during this time? Oh, I love you guys too. You guys are so amazing. Love you guys so, so much. You guys just make my heart sing all the time. I love it. Um, Getting rid of so much stuff. Yeah, I'll get into that in a bit. There's some more juicy stuff I'll give you guys. So, as far as prosperity, this is a great sign for you. So, when you act in an authentic way, you command the world to reflect back to you in the exact way. Your business, your choices, your investments, your creative projects, your immense yourself at this powerful on point. But why? Because when you are fully yourself, radically accepting everything in your journey to date, both success and failures, you will be in the divinity of all things. Abundance is a natural progression when you experience the kind of authenticity. So, how can I be more authentic with what I'm trying to create in my dreams? How can I take action from that masculine energy and fuel that into my divine feminine to bring authenticity? At the end of the day, yeah, abundance, you want that money, you want all those things. But at the end of the day, if your heart isn't in fully in it, you're not authentic to yourself, right? How much of our abundance, wanting, and prosperity, and this is like a big message I have for you guys, and it's coming in, and I just want you to sit with it. But I'm always honest with you guys. So with this portal, it's really going to get some of you in check. So if your ego is in your prosperity endeavors, it's going to get a little bit of an awakening. It's going to call you right back to your heart really quick. So this is a really good opportunity during this February 22nd, 2022 portal, even here, because we're still in the portal. It's open from the 2nd to the 22nd, to understand that this is an opportunity for us to see, how can I open myself to be in humility of my successes and failures? How can I tune into that space? And how can I allow myself to be in this pureness of authenticity in both? And not allow my ego to take the wheel and drive it in the forefront. How much of me wanting that abundance is for me to get approval from people outside of myself? How much of me wanting that abundance is for me to oh, I told them that I would make it. Now I'm here. All the people who didn't believe in me, I've made it. How many of us are on that Leo energy, that ego energy, when the Leo is not in alignment? Leos, I love you. I'm a Leo moon. But I mean, when the Leo's out of alignment, how much is that abundance being outside of ourselves? And how much is it from the purity of our soul? So that's a really deep medicine. Let it sit, let it sink. I know that's really, really deep. Love your purple hair. Thank you, loves. I love it too. It's so fun. So the next card I have for this point is the Orphan. Okay. So I really love this, because what it's telling me in terms of self-talk is how much of us are talking in a way that's so negative that we're making ourselves go into this doom tunnel. My massage therapist said that the other day, and I was like, I really like it, because she was like, I was scrolling down Instagram and I was going down this doom tunnel, and I was like, that's a really good phrase, doom tunneling. I'm doom tunneling right now. So how much of our thoughts and our energy are doom tunneling in this space, in this energy? And this one's actually the number 5. So we're looking at change. So a sense of loss of identity crisis, recognizing that you don't fit in, and the need to belong, uncertainty of your place. So this kind of goes in the blend of the new moon at the beginning of this month into the full moon. And this is kind of our check-in point. How much of us are checking in and saying our truth in our thoughts, in our subconscious, in our conscious, and in our hearts? So we need to make sure that we're saying our truth with our manifestations. We're being truthful and real and honest with ourselves, of energetically, where are we with that? And allowing ourselves to really take that energy and be mindful of What am I thinking, when I'm sleeping? How am I preparing myself before I go to bed during that 8 hours of reset in my subconscious to be in alignment? So then the next day I can keep on waving through that length of energy. So it's very important that we're really looking at our thought hygiene, how we self-talk. We were all meant to have connections with other people within our family, society, and the larger culture. No man or woman or being, I want to correct that, is an island. And it's important to recognize when being a part of rather than separate from is essential to your well-being. The issue the issue at hand is that you need to find where you fit. So be the true cover or the true core of the truths and values that you are. Perhaps you are longer to find an identity in a group or community, and maybe you don't necessarily right now relate to the community you once have or had. And you might be feeling this deep sense of loss and confusion. So a lot of you are going through this kind of ego death, dark night of the soul, and this is your calling during this portal to come back to yourself. Okay, we've talked about the negativity, we've talked about the shedding. Let's talk about the beauty of how amazing you're going to be after shedding. Of course, a lot of you are going to feel depleted, which brings me to the next card I'm going to share with you. This is a time of rest and reset, rest and reset, exhaustion, because our body is completely recreating itself. We're in a cocoon of right now. I talked about in the new moon in the end of January going to the 1st of February, we were a caterpillar eating all the food, eating all of the dreams we want, the manifestations, we're taking it all in, the reflection of 2021, all of that stuff. Then the second hit, which the portal opened for the January 22nd, 2022 portal. And when that hit, we went into a cocoon. So it's been like from the 2nd to the 22nd, we become in that cocoon of the butterfly. And at that point, we're creating this time of like literally just focusing on that shedding. We're shedding, and taking action to the newness that we're going to be creating in a bit. I'm just reading your comments, loves. Is portal throughout 20? Yes. So they have the portal. It starts on the 2nd. And I do see that when I was tuning into it, that the portals are connected. So the portal starts on the 2nd, but the energy continues to move through us till the 22nd. And I would even say 3 days after the 22nd, the energy is going to keep on moving and shedding. And then we get the shadow of this portal at the end of the February month going into March. So yeah, they're pretty connected. And if you go check out my video on the 2nd, you might even see there's some links of what I'm sharing because there are some deeper connections. If I haven't gotten there, I want my dreams, I want my love, but love when not doing not going right takes your energy. Yes. So instead of focusing on what you're not doing right, focus on how can I hold space and be easier on myself to step into the space of love and into my dreams more. Sounds like you're working with energies. Yes, your body's exhausted. Yes, 100%. Like really taking time for that. And it's hard because I think a lot of us, I know for myself, and this will resonate, I'm getting a lot of vivid dreams. I'm getting a lot of perspectives and premonitions and deep things and medicine and initiation for my dreams to test me. And the universe is like, are you really ready for this? Like they're really testing us. But at the same time, it's beautiful because we're on this journey of that greater mystery. So really understanding that you're in that cocoon, you're figuring out who you are and what type of butterfly you're going to be. You don't know what butterfly you're going to be until you start to break out of that cocoon. So don't put so much pressure on yourself of what that would look like. But that's essentially what I'm feeling and seeing for this dimension right now with this portal, which is crazy. So want to deepen this. As you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long support and disappointed and feel hurt by others in your relationship. So some of you might feel a little bit more sensitive around this time during the portal. Like people aren't supporting you like they used to. You're shedding right now. You're becoming a deeper essence of your consciousness, a deeper essence of your soul essence, a deeper essence of your dreams. So it's normal to feel like people that you, whether it's your partner you're currently with or friendships, don't really relate like they used to. I'm going to drink some tea because my throat. I forgot. I looked over. I was like, oh yeah, I have tea. I should drink that. It always ends up being cold at the end of the session of our little chats. Um, Take your heart as spirit knows and loves you, all of you, and knowing that you don't comprise yourself to belong. Like, don't allow yourself to fit into a box. Remember, you're meant to be here for a specific energy. Stop forcing yourself to fit in a different box that doesn't align with you. It doesn't make sense. That was spirit. Like, that was sassy. Okay, prosperity. This card reminds you that you can't be all things, all people. I can't wait to share the transmission I have for you guys. You are not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay with you. We're not here to please everyone. I'm going to say something that my mentor said. Each one of us are the one for a soulmate. Each one of us are the one for our parents, for our siblings. Each one of us is the one for the clients we want to bring in, the business, the people we want to heal, the people we want to support. Each one of us are the one for ourselves. So this is an opportunity for you during this portal to realize that there's nothing wrong with you, that every part of your journey, the ups, the downs, the successful parts, the non-successful parts, are the one for you, not for anyone else but yourself. So you have to step away from comparing yourself, saying, oh my God, I need to be this, I need to be that self-talk, shift out of that. And this brings me to the next point. It's a great time to spring clean. So spring cleaning, not only old objects that trigger us of us having to be the one. You know, one thing that came up to me during COVID is that, and we're being vulnerable. I'm just like, I love chatting with you guys. Let's be open. Let's be vulnerable here. I have had experience in the past. I talked about this with manifesting weight loss, manifesting relationship with your body, that I really, really, really have this essence of, in the past, body dysmorphia. And I wanted my body to feel a certain way. So I started to notice that as I shift into different paradigms and energy, what parts of me is still holding that. And during COVID, during the time, or the C, or whatever you want to call it, because apparently the C, my clothes don't fit the same anymore. Oh my gosh, like this doesn't fit this way anymore. Oh, this doesn't fit, blah, blah, blah. Like I started to notice these things and got really self-conscious about it. So at this point, I'm like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to tune into myself and make sure that I am loving myself, having these clothes of my old self, having the things that of a identity of the caterpillar when I'm meant to disperse into a butterfly doesn't make sense. I'm holding into old things. So I am the one of who I am right now, of what I'm meant to be. I don't need to be that one of what I was before. I don't need to be the one of what I could have been and how I should have done better and how I should have, been a better partner, or how I should have like not dated that narcissistic partner, or how I should have like whatever it is. This isn't about that during this portal. It's about taking action away from that thought and spring cleaning, clearing that energy out and saying that you have to be okay with, you're going to disappoint people with taking your dreams. You're going to disappoint maybe your parents, you're going to disappoint your family members, whatever it is. But who you're not going to disappoint is yourself. And that's the number one thing. How can I stay true to myself in my dreams and my mission, knowing that not everyone is meant to go on that journey with me, but some people are meant to teach me part of those journeys. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for what they've given me up to this point, whether it was good in my perspective or not. It will help me to prepare me for my dreams. So I'm going to read your comments, guys. Calling to open my heart, like it's swollen and needing to give, wounded from the past, of course, and like many of us out here, and a feeling of having to work on me and step into my soul, and who can't. I love this, Tiffany. I would highly suggest you joining the Leo full moon live that I'm going to be doing on next week on the 17th. And I also suggest, if anyone, because I'm hearing a lot of people doing the healing, the rose quartz is all about healing the heart. And it's going to be really amazing. It's all next week. I'm going live and doing Healing with You. It's a program for that. And for those in the course Vortex 2.0, that you get access to that. So if anyone is feeling called to heal their heart right now, highly would suggest you enrolling in that. It's going to be a beautiful space and so many people with the same essence. Okay. I'm obsessed with my future, and I feel like my guides are like, calm down, girl. Yes, we got to stop being obsessed with it, because the more we do that, the less that we're going to be able to hold space for ourselves and just surrender and trust. And Spirit's going to be like, you don't trust me? Well, then I'm not going to bring it to you, honey. So we have to make sure that we're really aligning with that. I've been I've been doing a lot of shadow work, and it seems like since I started, everything is going wrong, trying to stay optimistic. So this is where I'm talking about, you need to work on the self-talk. How are we talking to ourselves right now? You saying that is manifesting that I want to continue having things wrong. I want to continue being less optimistic. I want to continue being in this release of non-financial freedom. This is an opportunity for you to tap into those edges of yourself. And this is for anyone that this resonates with, and say, hello, okay, this portal, I'm going to work on my medicine and knowing that, okay, I'm accepting where I am right now. And what can I do to continue to keep my mind in the space of receiving and not in the space of pushing that out by focusing on the negative or focusing on what I don't want to be in the space. Because again, this portal is all about instant manifestation as well. I just needed to say that. Woo, woo, woo. Thank you for sharing. Spirit will never abandon you. 100%. Thank you, Tiffany, for sharing that. Stronger together. I agree. 100%. I feel like that's so big, Julie. My clothes don't fit anymore too. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, just like I'm just getting my health back into the space. And like it's this feeling, abundance isn't only just money, it's like abundance of like our body. How abundant do we feel with our health, with our relationships? It's not just money, it's just anything that fuels us with our human of happiness and experience from the materialistic world. So a lot of the times that includes a relationship with our body. And yeah, this is something that I feel is important to share, because I don't think I'm the only one. I think there's many people out there that feel the same way, that they're like, oh, I used to be like this before 2 years. But you got to keep in mind, we did a lot of deep shadow work, and we're still going to be doing it. My maestro was saying that people think this is the end of the shadow work once things go back to normal, but it's just the beginning. We're just getting into deepness. And that's why I'm really focusing that my intention is to really put a lot of energy towards creating a space for people. And the quartz vortex, like for anyone who's interested in like, even the people who are like, can I work with you one-on-one? I'm like, just do quartz vortex, because the energy that's going in there is very deep. So I just wanted to share that. I want to get fit, go for my dreams, stand for myself, but I hate conflict. So this is like, it's almost like I want to go work out, but I hate running. I want to do this, but I hate this. So this is when the masculine comes in. That but is like, I'm willing to receive it, but I don't want to go there and do things. And the thing with the spiritual and the human is that the human's going to have to do some things that we don't necessarily always 100% love, but we know it's going to get us to where we want to be. And I think that's something that I had to learn for my grounding. My spiritual thing is like my dreams, getting my dreams isn't meant to be comfortable, right? Getting to a point of your health where you feel consciously connected with your body isn't meant to be comfortable. You're going to probably feel triggers of things about your body. You're going to want to, give up sometimes. Universe is going to test you. Same with making your dreams. Family members are going to judge. Why are you doing your business? Why are you doing this? All this stuff. Why are you going into healing? What is this healing stuff? I'm talking from personal experience and people that I know have the similar experience, but these are all tests. So it's like, we want to do this, but I don't want that. But if we want this, we need to know that part of the journey is going to be a little bit discomfort, and that's okay. That's where this is support, and this is helping you with the space and going back to knowing that you are the perfect person. You are the one for this journey. Like your soul chose this human experience because it knew it was a warrior. And that's when the masculine comes in. It's a warrior to move through the medicine that you need. It's a warrior to make its dreams happen. It's a warrior during this portal to cultivate this energy and to call it and to know exactly what you want and be specific with it. So that's huge. I know my purpose. I know I'm a healer, but every time I get in front of the camera, I try to share my thoughts and I get caught up. So this is all about the thoughts. It's all here. It's all in the third eye. How are we allowing that to control us? Follow intuitive messages. Before I get into that, I totally forgot. There was one other card I have to share with you guys. One sec. So the other card I have for you guys is time to nap. So a lot of you are sharing, Shika, I feel burnt out. I feel overwhelmed. I feel exhausted. I don't know what's going on. Shika, what is going? Take a nap. Rest. I've been creating more space for myself more than ever. And this brings me back to one of the biggest things, boundaries. Boundaries. What are your boundaries with yourself? When we go through phases where we're going into deeper shadow work, deeper healing, our boundaries need to be updated. So during this portal, between now when you watch this video till the 22nd into the shadow, get your boundaries to commit to your dreams and where you want to be. That is number one. Take action through the masculine. Create through the divine. What is your body calling you? What is your soul wanting to make it feel safe to go into that space? And then through that, we tap into the next space, which is boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries. Saying our definite no and saying our yes. No, I don't want to hang out with you because I'm tired this week. Yes, I will collaborate with you because it aligns. No, I do not like that. No, I do not disagree with that. Where is your truth coming into your body, into your temple, into your space? Because that is what you will receive. You aren't here to please every single person. I say this all the time when people chat with me. I'm like, I'm not meant to heal every single person in the world. I can heal everyone I can that are connected to me. But every single one of us has a gift. And as a collective, we're healing. As a collective, we're putting this in. But you need to know, for you to be prepared to take this action, you can't be burnt out. Who is this going to help? And this brings me back to the story I shared about my friend and just how a lot of people this week that are connected to me have passed away. We're burning ourselves out. And for us to enjoy this human experience, we can't just continue to just live this life in a way of, I'll just do it later. Like, I'll do more. And then of course you're going to feel anxious. Of course you're going to feel sad because you haven't had time to connect with yourself. Create more space during this portal, February 22nd, 2022, for yourself. Yes, love. Turn it on no matter what. 100%. Even videoed my chaos, 100%. We need to be in that space. Sometimes I feel like taking a break and sleeping. I'm not productive. Yes, there's more of this kind of tiredness that's happening, and listen to your body for that. Like, again, like I said, it's shifting. We're recreating every single one of you, everyone that's watching this video. We're in this portal and there's some big things happening in this vortex, and through the vortex speeding us through our ascension of our action and our dreams, another step closer, a big step closer, we're going to feel a little bit tired. So call into your body, have a conversation with your body. What is it needing today? How can I take action to create those boundaries? Because it shouldn't take the moment of tiredness, unless you're being stubborn, then obviously Spirit's going to have that experience for you. It shouldn't take the moment of tiredness to say, okay, this is when I need to take care of my body. We don't wait till we are about to burn out completely to do that. But a lot of us do. So really balance. And for those who are not doing the boundaries, it's all the divine feminine. So work on your feminine energy for all those feminine, and take the masculine and put it into the space of taking action. Okay. Huge. And this goes into mother wounds, which we're actually going to be going in the Quartz Vortex 2.0 in next month. It's the citrine vortex. It's going to be powerful. So Let's do the next space. Let's go into the angel numbers because I wrote that down and I want to go over that with you guys. Let me know what's feeling good in your body as I share that. Let's wrap up the video. I didn't notice it was going to be an hour. Whenever you're in this vortex, it's just like, it shifts things and you don't even notice what time is. This always happens to me. Even when I record videos, I have to edit things down because I'm like, whoa, this is a lot. I try to at least. So let's go into the meaning of the angel numbers. So I'm going to look at the angel number of the meaning for the 2, 22, 2022, and we're going to go into it as a collective. And the reason why I wanted to do this at the end is because it will make sense and kind of give you that that makes sense, Shika. It makes sense what you just said. Totally feels like aligned. So the number 2 is a connection of trusting self and the unseen. So if you are seeing the number 2, it is understanding that essence of the energy, whether it's together or not, it's reminding you, how are you trusting yourself? How are you trusting your relationships? How are you trusting your dreams? How are you trusting your manifestation? During this portal, it's testing you to give you some tests to come in and to trust yourself. And sometimes that means a trigger to call you in back to your own soul being. The 22 angel number, what does it mean? So this angel number for this portal is all about being positive and getting back on track. So a lot of you are procrastinating. The reason why you're tired is because you're spending your energy on the things that aren't aligned. Deep medicine there. You're exhausted also because we're regenerating through this deep vortex as a collective. So the medicine, as all of us are shifting, it's getting exhausting. It's very powerful. And with the angel number 22, it's letting us know, how am I being positive with my thoughts? And not only just scripting and like doing the manifestation methods that allow me to manifest, but how am I actually like feeling it? You know, if I'm wanting to manifest love, but deep inside I'm scared of abandonment, then obviously I'm going to either attract someone who's also scared of that or gets jealous easily, or I'm going to also hold space for the energy of not even attracting it at all. So it's knowing that there's different layers to that essence of calling it in. So it's taking action, not only of manifestation, but balancing that with the shadow work of the human. So the angel number 22 is like, with that, be more positive with your thoughts, be more positive of where you're going, because that's going to make you feel more aligned with yourself and get on track with things, because you're probably some of you are focusing on the wrong things and it's burning you out. It's not about that. On point. I know that you guys are going to blow your mind when I tell you the full quantum of the meaning of it together. What does the angel number 2022 mean? So the year 2022, I feel like the portal is going to kind of create this essence of a start. Like I always say, the start of the year really started in February. It never started in January in my mind. It's always February, because January we're still kind of shedding a little bit of the last year. So during the portal of the 2022, the angel number 2022 means balance it all that matters, balancing everything that matters. So we are balancing our relationship with our loved ones, our soulmates, our siblings that we haven't been able to talk to for years, the siblings that we're scared to create a relationship, the siblings that we grew up and they literally like ignited our triggers of our self-confidence in ourselves and our ability to step into our purpose. This angel number 2022 is all about understanding how to balance all that matters. And what matters is you coming back home to yourself, which we talked about in this card. No place like home. And this brings me to my thought here. I used to travel a lot, and part of the portion of the traveling was for me to heal. I didn't really talk about it that much for other people who just see it on social media. It's for collaborations and the influencer life at the time and all that stuff. But what I noticed is I did more healing coming back home. So many of us run away from things because we're so angry. We're so pained by those that love us. And during this time, it's saying, how can we balance it all? How can we, the tiger energy is still through the year. Lunar New Year was all about the year of the tiger. So there's a double-edged sword to it. We're balancing the aggression and anger that we feel in the collective and within ourselves and our relationships and the things we matter, and how we're being hard on ourselves and how we're being negative. It's like, I want this, but balancing. We can say, I want this, this, this. And I notice that I'm actually really negative about my relationship with money. What can I do to trust my ability to bring in more money in my space? So it's all about bringing that balance of what matters to us, but knowing that money might not matter to each and every single one of you. Maybe for some of you, it's to be at home and be able to have a spa day, whatever you want. Maybe it's to eat your favorite meals. Maybe it's to travel the world, and that's important to you. It's all about focusing on balancing, on making these things happen, making them work. Okay. I think that's so huge. Does forgiveness have place under this number? 100%. I always say that if you can't forgive yourself, it is hard to forgive others. And that's a perfect timing with the angel number 2022, because it's balancing it all. So balancing, not only helping forgiving yourself, but how are you forgiving outside of yourself that has affected it as well? How are you forgiving yourself for where you're at with succeeding and maybe failure, forgiving yourself for the failure and the pressure you put on yourself? How are you forgiving your younger self for the dreams they have? Kids are very like, if you ever want your manifestation to happen quicker, just be around kids. Their imagination, they have no, depth of field of what's the difference of reality and imagination. They allow themselves to just like create whatever they want, whatever they feel, and no one can tell them otherwise. So when we can tune into that and hold space for that energy, there's so much essence that can come into it. So forgiving yourself is important for you to step into your dream. What parts of your past, what parts of your soul wants to be forgiven, and taking action for that. And I feel that in my heart. So a lot of you, and pressure of breathing. So, there's a lot of pressure of forgiveness of self. It's almost like it's like this gunky energy I'm feeling for you guys. So during the portal, I really call you in to forgive that little ball of like almost like taffy. It's like gunky, like oil essentially, and taking that out of the space so you can create the life that's behind that. Okay. So I think that's super, super important. I hope that resonates. And taking care of them the year March. You guys, I love how you guys chat with each other. It just makes me so happy. Such great community. That's what my spirit has been placing in the forefront of my mind. And I have forgiveness more than I've been tugging into my heart. That's so important. So forgiveness is part of the heart chakra as well. I love that. I love that so much. Definitely resonates. Okay, let's go into the next part before I give you guys another tip on the 2020. So when we look at the angel number, okay, so when we add the 2, it's the second year of the month of the year. Sorry. So 2022. So we're at 6 plus 2022. So the 22nd plus 2022 plus the second, we get the number 12. So 1, 2. So the angel number 12, what does it mean? For this February 22nd, 2022 portal, the angel number 12 means positive change to come if you trust. So if you are able to make a big difference and balance what matters in your life during this time, create that space, act on it, you are able to look at the bigger picture of things and get back on track with your life. If you're able to be positive and detach from what was and be in what is, and you're able to trust yourself of the unseen world, what will you receive in return? Positive changes to come if you trust. If there's one word I can explain this portal for, it's trusting. We're trusting in our dreams. We're trusting in the money. We're trusting in the forgiveness. We're trusting in our hearts. We're trusting in our relationships. What ways is the universe testing your trust right now during this portal, during this month? This is a great shadow work prompt for you guys. If you want to journal this will really help you move through this energy. How is the universe testing my trust during this time? Okay. Huge, 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 huge. Feel like by dealing with someone has interrupted my dreaming. Can that be? I would say that it's possible. I wouldn't be able to say for sure, but I say it is possible. It's happened before where like your subconscious doesn't feel safe to be in those premonitions. So yeah, 100%, if that makes sense. Will the portal energies be strong on the day before and after? 100%. It's already starting. Like I said, the portal is open from the 2nd to the 22nd. They are connected. I did a video on the second portal. So if you want to go check that out, you can. But I would highly, highly suggest it. 6-6. Whoop, changes. And 6-6 together is 12, guys. That's crazy. Oh my God, that's crazy. So again, positive changes among us. The energy is here. It's holding us fully. Tune into that. Okay. We're always so critical on ourselves. Yes, we have to be less critical on ourselves. 100%. It's not our job to put that pressure on ourselves. It's not in alignment. So thank you for sharing that. Now, when we add 1 and 2, which is the number that we get for the whole divinity of the number, and it's still a divinity of 12, is we bring 3. So 3 is stay optimistic. So in all of this trust and positive change, even when things are tested, even when things are triggered, how can I stay optimistic? When we look at the angel number 3, that also represents divine connection. So some of you guys are getting actually initiated by your ancestors during this time. So there's some things that you're clearing up that's not only for you, but it's like for your kids, it's for your grandfathers, grandmothers, it's for the mothers, it's for the fathers, it's for the daughters, it's for the sons, it's for the whole lineage. So when we tap into the 3, that 3 energy is the essence of tapping into optimism and divine optimism that is coming, even the positivity and the joy that is smiling from your ancestral lineage. And I can't stress enough the work that you're doing, even if it doesn't feel like it is affecting your mom, your dad, your sister, the people that you don't really agree with or see eye to eye, it is. It might just take them a little bit longer to catch up, but that's not your journey. So be optimistic for you. Be optimistic for yourself, stay in that alignment, and everything will happen so much quicker. Time will not even be something that you're looking at. You won't even get to a point of writing down your manifestations. I need to get this manifestation by March, blah, 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 blah. I don't even do that anymore. I just manifest it, I be it, and I don't constrict my manifestations. The moment you write down a time, you're constricting your manifestations. So really take into intention when you're scripting or you're writing or you're reflecting or you're meditating, what is it that you want to call in? What do you want to bring in during this time? Positive change is really there. It's literally behind the door, but we need to allow ourselves to tap into that. Whew. Lots of energy. How are you guys feeling? That was such a deep, deep medicine. I'm going to pull out one more card and close the space. Again, if you guys are feeling this and you want to work through the medicine I just shared, do register for the Quartz Vortex. It's down below. There's payment plans. And if you really want to take advantage of healing for a whole year, and honestly, it's worth the value of it because there's more programs that I'm going to be launching. Enroll in Quartz Vortex 2.0. We start our first program on the 14th for this month, and it's live. It's like this. We're on Zoom together. You get access to the recordings for a year and all of the programs that I launch, every single one of the live mentorships I launch for that program. So let's do a card for this vortex. I am going to be in tears. Guys, I don't even have any words to describe the excitement I have to share this card with you. I'm just reading your comments because you guys are so lovely. I feel better now. Nothing better than this medicine. I love it. Don't worry. The live will be recorded and stayed on so you can come back to it for the portal. So we have the Hunter. What was I saying about track down your fears and desires? I got goosebumps reading that. So let's breathe that in a little bit. That's some deep, deep, deep medicine. Let's see the Hunter. Hunter, Hunter, where are you? 44, guys. The angel number that the page is on is 44. 8, divinity, which means abundance. 8 is the number of abundance. 4 is the awakening of abundance for your lineage, for your karmic clearing. This is huge. I'm so excited for you. Reap what you have sworn and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Grow and expand in all areas of your life. That is not the right one. 44, that was 48 here. That's a different one, but maybe that was for someone. So if that message resonated, let me know. Track down all of your fearful thoughts and feelings. When you find them, you will find your desires too. The Hunter card is based on the favorite Celtic god, Cernunnos. He is the stag god of the wild and represents both the hunted and the hunter. Similarly, the hunter helps you to connect the energy that is both fearfully fearless. Your fears are the only things that are standing between you and what you desire at this time. All about the positive thoughts on this portal, loves. So you have to come to face with them as the hunter does with the wild animal, to go beyond. Chills. I don't know about you guys, but I got chills. Instead of being hunted down by the fears of other feelings that you have buried, time to take them out. The portal's bringing them out. They're shedding them out. Become the hunter. Hunt out what is preventing you from being here today. What is preventing you from doing the healing? Hunt it out. And if you know, how do you know it's working? You know it's working when you start to see confirmation that it's coming. You'll know. You need to trust your intuition. When you ask that question, it's all about trusting the intuition. You are not here to cower away alive or live in your shadow. You are here to realize your fullest potential. But this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. When this card arises, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. What has been haunting you? Take action to eliminate it through this portal so you can finally not feel that you're shackled to it. If you are a man or identify as a male or identify as a masculine energy, this card represents the masculinity and the opportunity to know yourself more deeply. If you are a female or identify as more feminine or identify as a female or a being, regardless, whatever message you identify with this space, this card represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome the limitations. So if there was any card I could have pulled, the hunter was definitely the one. It brings the masculine, it brings the feminine, it really aligns. And now I'm really excited for the portal. It's such a beautiful space. Like, I got so many chills from that. There's no wrong, there's no right way. There just is. You are just in this process of the portal. And even though I'm sharing all of these messages and whatever resonated and ignited in your body, just know that this is exactly what you need right now. This is the medicine that you need right now to bring you into your dreams. And it is such a blessing for us to have such a very powerful, energetic, and exhausting month. But just know that the spring has a lot for you. The hummingbird medicine is here for you. It's here to hold you fully. Okay. Ooh. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing in these messages. Thank you for being here. As I said that, a beautiful raven just flew near my window. So see that as a message from your lineage as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, put notification bell so you don't miss it. And don't forget to register for the Leo full moon. It's going to be next week on the 17th, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And all proceeds go to the crisis suicidal organization to help support those who are suffering with mental health. So it's a time to help and support that. It will be live here, but I'd love to see your face. So if you can sign up, that would be amazing. And I'm really, really excited. And for those of you who want to do the healing and you feel this alive, you're ready to be the healer you're meant to be, you're ready to go into the step as a space holder, do your shadow work, Have this year be the most transformational year ever. Join the course Vortex 2.0. There's a sliding scale for you loves, and that also includes the rose quartz. And if you just feel like doing the rose quartz, that program's down below as well. I also have one spot for March and one spot for April for my one-on-one 6-month rebirth program. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can apply for that down below as well. Ooh, I love you all so much. Happy 2020. 222. Yeah, 222, 2022 portal. So many twos. I wish you the best, abundance, blessings, love. And I love you guys so much. Bye.